Today's topic, feminism. That's right, Vintage Peanut is back for a video. It's been almost a year since I posted any kind of like woman or feminism type of video, and there's good reason for that. You know, I'm almost 20. I feel like eventually I should grow up and grow out of the edgy woman-hating teen phase, but I saw this video on my feed, Jubilee, 5 feminists versus 1 secret anti-feminist, and my mouth watered because who better to watch that video than me? Because as we all know, old Orange Peanut had just a couple of minor problems with women. But you know, I'm very curious to see, because I think I'm going to be able to guess it in like 2 seconds. But let's see. Let's get into the reaction. Okay, just a little bit of a disclaimer before we get this show on the road. I am going to be just a little bit mean in this video. I promise it's all for comedic purposes. Just know that we're having fun here. We're having fun.
This is fun! We're having fun!
Don't take anything I say too seriously, and if you do end up getting offended or hurt by my words, you can find comfort in the fact that I don't care. All right, let's begin the reaction. Here we go.
I'm a feminist.
I am a feminist.
I'm a feminist.
I'm a feminist.
I'm a feminist.
I'm a feminist.
Right off the bat, you're definitely a feminist. You're a feminist. You're a feminist. I don't know for sure about these 3 yet, but we already knocked half them off the board just by appearances. How did I know that, you may ask? Well, the circular glasses, the 7-decker chin, the pink clothing despite ambiguous gender. It's all there already, but you know, we still got to figure out the last 3, so let's continue. One of them is lying. My money's on, actually, let's watch a little bit. Let's hear them out.
How do we feel about women having rights?
Yes.
Fabulous.
It's all right. Pretty good. Good stuff.
What would you say is the most feminist thing about you yourself?
Should I answer these questions too? Yeah, the most feminist thing about me is I used to make videos against feminists, and then I stopped.
Feminism is about women being equal, period.
That the man makes valid
For me,
points.
it's just like uplifting women's voices for
Sweeney,
women's
that's
rights.
a
I think
cool
like
name.
a good thing for us to start, like, how do you guys define feminism?
Like an advocacy
Okay, it is a good part of the video. Feminism should be women and men equality. However, you know, some people have construed that a little bit recently to be other stuff, but let's hear their definitions.
equity in the institutions for women, right? Not just in the economy and society, but also in government and other positions of power.
Sure.
Like, I looked over and I saw, like, not to hate anyone that wears running shoes, but like I saw the running shoes and I just assumed. I think that's just like a trope.
Fellas, ladies, is it sexist to wear comfortable shoes? Because this is new information to me. What is Sweeney doing? Sweeney's definitely a feminist, but just like a smidge of delusion in there.
So it's just a stereotype that I was playing on.
I think supporting
Who
women
made that
in all
stereotype?
areas. So reproductive rights, you know, work pay rights, all that type of stuff. And I think
She really struggled to come up with 2 things right there.
being a voice
I'm
for the ones
suspicious
that can't
of
speak
her.
up, 'cause no matter
And
what.
she's British.
My eye immediately went to Emma. I was like, that very much could be a conservative woman in this group, just based on her outfit. It was a great outfit. She looked great. I guess my
Why
view
are
on
we
feminism
associating
is that
outfits
it goes
with feminism?
beyond
Where were you
women as
on?
well. Like, you said something about agreeing with women no matter what they do. Like, I fully disagree. I feel
Real.
like feminism, you have to hold women accountable.
Real.
Like, there are women like J.K. Rowling.
Despite what some of the feminists may tell you, women can be wrong sometimes. This is based by, I forget her name.
Who like
His name,
leading
their
and
name.
spearheading a transphobia movement in the UK, and you can't like hide behind feminism when you were literally hurting women and shit.
What do you usually do in instances where you're like shot down by a man in power, you could say?
Well, nowadays it's
You gotta
different.
do the ice spice.
If I was saying a few years ago, I would just kind of like rebuttal and just go about and do what they want me to do. But now I have a voice and I will kind of, there's not like something equal. I will just point out the fact that, hey, that's not fair. Like, it's just a thing of being strong and powerful, I think.
And so what do men do in those situations?
She's the faker. She's the faker. She was doing the ancient art of saying a lot by saying absolutely nothing, which is what people do when they're trying to like portray a different thing that I don't actually understand. So I'm calling her right off the bat the fake feminist.
Women a lot of time aren't taken seriously by men in the patriarchy. I think it's really important for us to like let our voices be heard and uplift their voices.
Keep each other in check.
Yeah, allow a platform
Sure.
for women to speak, let their voices be heard.
Sure.
Because that's the most effective way to dismantle ignorance.
His speech seemed very practiced, or thought out. It didn't seem natural. I think also just putting women in leadership at my
just
work,
spoke
all the
clearly.
leadership is all women.
Yeah.
And I feel the safest there compared to other workplaces where I've been kind of like duking it out with the boss man kind of thing.
My bosses are all women too. And
Of course.
She figured out that you are going to have to duke it out with your boss. Surprise, surprise!
I will say that traditionally I have had issues with women being my boss, but as
hate
I've
to see a strong woman.
As
That's what
I've
you're
grown,
saying.
They got him.
As I've grown,
They got him.
educationally.
Yeah.
Now that I know women's roles, and so I agree with you with that assessment that women in leadership,
is he
it
cooking?
is just something about it. I feel safer too.
And I grew up with a family of brothers.
It's just something about it. You know, it's just something about women in leadership positions. It's just something about it, you know? Rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what he's cooking. He's a little suspect over here, but I don't know. My money's still on her so far, but still early.
So I was always having to like fight to say anything, and also a Hispanic household, so a lot of times it was like the woman's here to serve and all of that, and having like grown up with that kind of like mindset made me go the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Not really, but sure.
I think
Why are
when
they-
people tend to use a lot of dictionary definitions, they were either studying up on it. I mean, you don't have to go Merriam-Webster on us and trying to explain it.
I feel like bro's
she's a
being
little too
unnecessarily hated
comfortable and
on.
uncomfortable at the same time.
What does that mean?
If that makes any sense.
How do y'all not know it's her?
Good luck, everybody.
Why did they vote? What did he do?
I had a weird hunch that it was coming. I'm very formal. So that can make it seem like I'm kind of more nervous or more study rehearsed.
I want to expand.
Why
on
did they
this.
vote him out? He literally, there are two things on him, was that he was speaking clearly and he was dressed comfortably. What is the hate? I feel like that was unfair.
Wondering how you guys feel about trans women in women's sports.
I'm down for it.
I'm a trans person myself.
That's not a feminist issue. That's something completely different. You guys are trying to make feminism premium, feminism plus. Like, you're trying to tack on extra shit. That's not what that is. It's a whole different conversation. But sure, let's have it. I'm gonna make fart noises while they're talking about it.
And I think the root of that problem tends to stem with we're protecting children, but you can't say you're protecting children if you're kicking out trans children. It is like a non-starter, and it distracts from, I think, more imperative issues with like the banning gender affirming care and like housing. And that's one of my biggest problems with like modern day feminism, is that it tends to center rich cis-het white women. And I'm like, that's weird.
No, 100%.
How do you feel?
Well, yeah, I just want to see, because I was wondering,
y'all
I don't
think
know how
about
the casting
what
works.
that
I don't know if
just
there's any
said?
turfs or swerfs in the group,
The
because I
fuck
don't
is a
determine that to be
swerf?
feminism.
Slay.
Because like
What?
for me,
I've heard of the turf thing before. I thought that was just like the rug that football players play on. But a swerf? I swear, it gets more complicated every time I look. I thought it was just equality. Y'all are throwing in the random, just the words. I don't get it. This is why
trans
people
women
don't
are
take
women,
you
so we should be
seriously, because
protecting all women,
you
not just
do way
cis
too
women.
much.
I have no problem about sports and stuff, but I also don't want to silence the J.K. Rowlings of the world, because I believe in democracy.
Facts.
And I believe to know your enemy, I want them to speak. I don't.
He's
that's how
so
these do
real
things
for that.
nowadays.
I
That's what
like
the KKK does.
Kenyon.
They
I
hide
like
their face.
Kenyon.
Sure.
I want to know who they
He's
are, and I
him.
want them to speak freely, so you know who the enemy is.
Valid.
Sometimes they get a little.
This person is the nerd emoji, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Restrict someone else. Like you don't have
No, but
ill
I
will towards trans
definitely
people.
want the J.K. Rowlings and the Marjorie Taylor Greens to talk. I want them
Yeah.
to talk, because I want to
Because
know
they
who they are.
sound so stupid.
Well, stupid, but you also want to know who they are.
Emma, what do you think? You haven't said anything.
I'm kind of like,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
not-
against
your
it.
ass is
I'm
not a
not
feminist.
Like, so much. I feel like I don't have a clear answer, because with kids, like when you talk about kids doing it, I don't think with children, I think everyone should, everyone's the same, they have the same strengths and everything like that.
She is so good at saying nothing in so many words. Like, let's back that up. Was there any cohesive thought by those words? I swear I'm not going crazy.
I'm not so much. I feel like I don't have a clear answer, because with kids, when you talk about kids doing it, I don't think with children.
With kids, when you talk about kids doing it, I don't think with children.
I was going to foot him.
I think everyone should.
I think everyone
everyone's
should.
The same, they have
Everyone's
the
the
same
same.
strengths and everything like that.
No. There was not a single actual thought that came out of her mouth right now. That was phenomenal. Hall of Fame waffling right there. That needs to be studied.
But I think in like professional sporting situations, I might need to educate myself more on this. So this
That's
might
the
be
classic.
like what I need to come out today.
That's what I found out. If you ever want to not lose an argument, just be like, I need to educate myself more on this. Your opponent will melt in a second.
Can do, but I think trans women still have like more strength than women. Like, but even saying that, like they're women, but I feel like it's not.
She's
even,
throwing Hail
exactly.
Marys right now.
She compared trans women to women, referring to cis women as the women, and like kind of then referring to trans women as not women. I was like, oh, it might be her.
Took you long
Like
enough.
they have an advantage, you would say?
Yeah, like a slight
Okay.
advantage.
So you might be against it, maybe?
I mean, see, I don't want to say that though because then I'm not really.
I just like to point out this video is so stupid because feminist is so subjective because your definition of a feminist and mine are going to be completely different. It's different person to person. So like, how is someone even fake?
really supporting all women.
Okay.
Could just be slightly
So if it's
different.
professional, let's be honest. If you're good, you're good. I think if a transgender woman went up to play tennis against Serena Williams, and it's a transgender woman, she'd probably more than likely lose.
Yeah, because Serena Williams is one of the greatest of all time.
So when we talk about
Greatest women tennis of all time.
strength and stuff, sometimes it's just skill.
Yeah, so I think for sure, like there's some that like they're absolutely even, but I think in very limited areas of sport, then like there might be a slight advantage. But things, yeah, like tennis. And
Yeah, weightlifting. You ever seen the person who was like, I'm a woman, and then bench 600?
soccer.
I feel like there
those
may
type of
be a
things are all skill.
smidgen of
A
an
lot of
advantage
people
there,
get
but
mad at trans women.
I
in
still
sports,
need to
but in
educate
reality,
myself.
majority of trans women that compete in sports currently aren't doing that well. It's not like there's like a crazy big advantage.
Why are you
A lot of
dancing?
them are on hormones for like a long time. Like it's even gotten to the point where we're trying to make cis women who have high testosterone way lower.
So it's a regulated thing, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Right.
Well, and a lot of times, let's
Why
just
are
be
we
real-
even
call it what
talking
it is.
about
It's
this?
just
I thought
it's
this was
people's
about
religion. It's about
feminism.
your ideology, your religion.
Yeah.
And which, again, has no place. In,
Thank
shielding your
Jesus.
yeah, because Jesus said so.
Okay, they finally got her. And
Not so
judging
much
by the length
what
of
he
this
was saying
video,
or
I
stating,
think
but the fact that
we
he was
got
just
it.
giving me information overload.
You
was
were
like,
giving
kind of
no
distracting me from
information.
what
Stop.
we were actually discussing.
When the question of sports came up, Emma immediately kind of withdrew. And also, like, as a trans person, I'm just immediately like,
Yeah, you wanna know why she withdrew? Because you weren't talking about something about feminism, and it was an issue where if you say the wrong thing, you're in jail. That's why.
to me.
They got her. I thought it was pretty obvious from the beginning.
I could have easily just agreed and played the game and got to the end. But
Yeah.
I know this is a game, but I think it's also a game of topics and conversation.
And fart
so
noises.
I'm not mad about getting voted out and how it went.
If you think the mole could still be in the
There's
box
not a
and you
shot
want to
any of them are the
continue
mole.
playing the game, please raise your hand.
Who do you think
I
it
think
is?
we're set.
I will still vote to continue, but if you guys want to end it, I'm cool with ending it.
The light turns green. That means you have voted out the mole and you all win. The light
What's gonna
turns
happen,
red.
guys?
That means the
My
mole
balls are
is still
shivering.
in the box and you lose.
I don't know.
3, 2, 1.
Just do it!
Let's go.
Yes!
Oh my god.
I knew it!
My bad.
I knew it!
I knew it.
I knew it!
Okay.
May the mole step forward.
It's
in
you.
3,
It's not. No, it's you.
2,
It's you.
1.
It's you. Come on. Come on. Get on with it.
Whoever
I
it is.
thought, yeah.
There is no mole.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean there is no mole? That's the whole point of the video.
So sorry. I just knew it was you.
First impressions, right?
So here's the thing. The mole actually never showed up, but we still wanted you all to play the game.
They could have invited me. I would have been perfect for that role. Jubilee, if you're watching this, I'm here for you. If you ever need me to play the bad guy in your videos, I got you. Put me on the stage.
This is a good one.
That's stupid.
I was shocked.
Come
I was
on.
for certain we kicked out the mole. We were done, case closed, and I feel like I was probably
what a
too.
plot twist. That kind of annoys me because I could have sworn it was the lady. The whole thing about this video is that like it's 5 feminists versus 1 anti-feminist. I feel like if there was one on there, you'd be able to get him out pretty quickly because they would just be like, women. Am I right? So I don't even know if that would have worked as a concept if that person was there, but I don't know. Like I said, this is gonna be my new favorite phrase. I still need to educate myself, so don't take what I'm saying super seriously. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the reaction. Let me know how you guys felt about this video. It's definitely a little more controversial one. If you want more reactions like this, let me know in the comments. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank y'all for watching. Where's the shit? Goodbye.
Orange Peanut wants you to subscribe because he needs more money.